So you streamed for what, 5 hours, 6 hours?
Almost 4:45, I think it was. I got out of work early today, so I started like 2:30 instead of like 3, which I probably should. I got out at 10. Oh, that's what I was doing. I was I hopped into multiplayer and I was popping weapons XPs and trying to get the Ram 7 up because apparently that's the new meta. So and it was clapping people.
There's always a new meta in that game.
Huh?
Yeah.
So there's just always a new meta that's gonna.
It really
like,
is.
kind of run
There's
that
always
game.
there's people who are like, oh, the Gra is the new meta again. It got a secret buff. It's like, no, it didn't, dude. It's been cracking people since day one. Even though it got the fucking nerf. Yeah, no, it never does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least they fixed
Bless
the
you.
DMR a little bit.
I'm kind of pissed they fixed it.
Yeah. I didn't play with it any, but it was looking pretty broken.
Yeah, it was. It was like another sniper. It was single shot AR rounds that had sniper power.
That totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Yeah. It was
For anyone
wonderful.
that doesn't know, we're talking about Call of Duty. Figured I'd have to throw that out there.
Because there's definitely not games that have other metas.
I hope everybody would know we were talking about Call of Duty.
Well, you also
Yeah.
have to realize that there's might be some special people who listen to this on Spotify that are like, wait, what are they talking about?
You put this on
That's fair.
Spotify?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna be on Spotify, bro.
Bro, you're
We're
going to be
big
on fucking
timing.
Spotify, guy. You're going to be on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts.
Oh, daddy. I actually have to go to Twitter.
Well, I guess this is a good time to just kind of kick this off now that we're done talking about Call of Duty. For anyone that doesn't know, welcome to the Rush Hour. You have... Actually, Tony, what do you want? Oh, on the other side of Tony. What do you want to be known as? Tony?
What?
So do you want to be known as Tony or the real fat Tony? Do you want to be known as what you're online?
For what? When you put it on Spotify?
Yeah.
Yeah, just throw the Twitch handle out there. Throw the Twitch handle out there.
/the real fat Tony.
Sure, that's what it says.
Well, I've heard.
So I've heard.
So you've heard. Okay, bet.
So just to give a little bit of background, I've known Tony, what is it, 15 years now?
Jesus Christ, that long, really?
Yeah, unfortunately for you. Actually,
That's what I wanted to hear about.
For both of us.
I wanted to hear about that shit. You've known each other for 15 years?
What do you want to know? The fact that he grew up literally within a 2-minute walk from my house?
Yeah, I want to know how Bruno survived that long knowing you.
He was a bully when he was younger, that's how.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was the bully.
What?
Yeah, I was the bully in this equation, for sure.
It's terrible. Not surprising, but terrible.
His face just said it all. He was like, wait, what the fuck?
I was like,
I was like,
what are you trying to insinuate that I was the bully? Did you see me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People like me don't bully.
You bullied
no,
me because
see,
I was
you
smaller
were-
than you.
See, Tony's the one that'll throw those mental landmines at you. Like, he says it, and you're like, yeah, okay, bro. And you walk away, and then it's just like, and then your life is ruined. It's not a physical bully.
No, he wasn't a physical bully. No, I like I said, I've known him for 15 years. He was always like, we never like hung out and like kicked the can down the street, but like we were always like boys and stuff. Like, we always talk all the time, dumb shit like that.
Nice.
And yeah, he lived right down the street.
I never beat anybody up who didn't deserve it, and Bruno never deserved it, so.
Fair enough.
I was hoping you were gonna say he always deserved it, so I just beat the crap out of him.
Dude, he never deserved it. He's a good kid.
Yeah, it was kind of like weird because we used to talk all the time, and then obviously high school gets out. I didn't see you for a long time.
That's because I went to a different high school.
Yeah, that usually has kind of an issue. Kind of can lead to that, huh?
I'm glad I went to that high school, man. I'm glad I got out of our hometown high school. That place was a fucking nightmare.
It was trash.
Yeah, garbage school. Garbage.
I'm kind of jealous. I don't know why you didn't take me with you, but you know, it's cool. Whatever. Fuck me, I guess, right?
You know, you probably should have came with me.
Probably should have.
You would have excelled way further into sports.
Are you trying to say
Dude,
They had a bad
No,
team?
dude. Honestly, that's the reason why I didn't go to Tewksbury. Oh, I said the town. Whatever. It doesn't matter. That's the reason why I didn't go to the hometown high school was because remember Druin?
Oh yeah.
He was a gym teacher when we were in 8th grade.
Yes.
7th and 8th grade, he was our gym teacher, and that guy hated me. So if I went to that school, I was never playing baseball another day in my life. He would have benched me, or not even like put me on the team.
Yeah, you wouldn't have played. He had his favorites, and actually, he ruined several people's careers.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty pumped he never ruined Oberg's career because of where he is today.
It's funny because I was gonna be like Oberg. I was gonna be like that guy who plays for the Rockies, who's a pitcher in the rotation for the Rockies right now.
Yep.
Because of him, he had to go have Tommy John surgery before he went to UConn.
Yeah, because he overpitched
him. He pitched him every single game for about 90 pitches a game.
I mean, that may not be a terrible thing, though. Let's be honest. We know how good Tommy John surgery has been for people. Now that they do it, that's probably good that
now
happened.
That they do it right.
I actually watched the kid come back when I was in college. He ended up getting Tommy John, and he came back the next year, and just the struggle that he had to throw, and he was throwing like 5 miles an hour slower and shit. I don't know. He's probably back out. He probably went back up to where he was, but when I left, he was throwing a lot lower than what he was throwing when he blew it out.
Yeah.
It's a tough road back, but once you're back, it's generally stronger than what you had. It's the most insane thing ever.
I was gonna say, look at Steven Strasburg.
Yeah. Mine's just permanent, so I'm saving what's left in the old cannon for when my kid grows up, you know?
Yeah, no, mine, I'm just gonna keep a massive bottle of ibuprofen right there because I can still throw a softball and it's fine. I changed my throwing motion, so I'm like way over the top throwing it. But when I throw a baseball, it cracks, it pops, and then I cry. It's fine.
I'll go throw a football. I'll play quarterback in like a flag league or something for like one game. I'll throw like 50 passes, and then like I have to ice my shoulder down and I have to like take Advil for 4 straight days, and then can't lift my arm past 90 degrees. It's nightmarish.
It's like hey, shake with your left hand. How you doing?
You want to wave at someone just throwing a shoulder. You're like, hey, what's going on? They're like, dude, what's wrong with you?
What's up, buddy?
I'm
Shake
old.
my good hand.
Shake my good hand. So I didn't talk to Tony for a little while because I didn't see him, and then randomly, I'm like, wait, you stream on Twitch? And then that's how I got reconnected with Tony. So I guess what I want to dive into is your start in streaming.
My start in streaming. That's actually almost 3 years ago now.
Jeez.
Yeah. I think like April 20th or something like that. Was when I started in 2018. And working at where I'm working now. You guys know Dude Totally Kyle.
Yep.
Yeah, he was one of my coworkers. That's how I met him. We became a really good friend, but he was into streaming before streaming was big. And he's like, "Oh, dude, you should try streaming. Like, you have a character. Like, I think you'd be good at it. Go check out Ninja." So literally, like, that's everybody's first go-to, right? Pretty much Ninja, you know, because he was a big name. So I checked him out. I was like, dude, this looks fun. Like, I could do this. Like, I love playing video games. Like, I could throw a camera on and just go for it. And so Dude Totally Kyle's the one who got me into streaming. He's the one who pushed me to start the setup and, you know, go from Xbox to the PC I'm at today with all the overlays and emotes and everything I have. And it's just been a wild ride since then.
Dude, I'm still so mad that Peen Juice got denied.
Oh, the Peen Juice.
Peen Juice.
I remember that. That was a big thing when I was playing Fortnite. I can't even remember how it came up, but I had an emote made that it was just like it was a carton of milk that just said that said Peen on it, PEN, and like with like one of those like teardrop emojis underneath it.
You got that denied, and I got get shit on approved with a turd.
Makes sense. Yeah. No,
like,
absolutely.
Yeah, I don't
all the sense in the
really
world,
know
right?
what they're. I don't really know what Twitch is doing over there, but yeah.
So what was your first game streaming?
First Fortnite.
I had a feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of people.
Yeah, it was Fortnite all the way.
It was mine.
And I started off on the Xbox, man, with the Kinect. Set that shit up and went to town.
Yeah, that was me. Plugging the old C920 on the back of the Xbox.
Oh yeah, man. I actually almost stopped streaming for a while because of just brutal trolling. Like because like whenever I killed somebody, something, like they would jump in the chat, like, oh, you're fat as fuck, like holy shit, like you fat piece, like all the shit like from growing up, right? So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna embrace this, and that's how the Real Fat Tony became.
So were you a different name before that when you started streaming?
Yeah,
or
I was
like when you started.
Yeah. So growing up, like playing with like Disease and Booty, not Boothy, but like Booty and Darkman and all them. We had this like quote unquote clan that was Op 6. So it was Op 6, then like underscore, then it was my last name. And that's what it was for a while. Yeah, that was where it was at. So and then I started gaining traction, met a lot of great people, joined some communities, community name that I will not bring up. But I actually met Trace and Slev through that community, and that just grew into an even bigger friendship, and then it started spiraling more and more in control, but down the road it just started going crazy and really picking up to the point where I could post on Twitter or in Discord and change my name. So it was between like 3 different names. It was like the Real Fat Tony, It's Fat Tony, or like another one, because Fat Tony was taken already by somebody who doesn't even stream on Twitch. Like it's inactive.
Of course.
Yeah. So you know, the most votes got the Real Fat Tony. So that's where it's been for over 2 years now.
Yeah, because I was gonna say I've been streaming for 2 years now, and when I met you, you were already the Real Fat Tony.
Yeah,
like you were already there, so that's why I didn't know the whole backstory of Op 6.
Yeah, no, the whole back. Yeah, Op 6. Op 6 still kind of like a thing in a way, like in our hearts.
Yeah, because I see you guys together a lot, so it didn't like you like don't still game.
It's funny because I have you on Xbox still as Op 6 Miano.
Yeah. No, I know. I like the Xbox didn't change for some reason, but my everything for like Microsoft games is all the Real Fat Tony. So it's just weird how that's like that. And I don't feel like paying $10 to change it on Xbox that I don't play anymore. So why would I?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no.
Dude, screw that.
I'll still play my Xbox, but I don't need to change mine, luckily.
What did you find as the best way to network yourself? So obviously you mentioned like join communities and stuff like that, because there's obviously a lot of people now, especially with COVID, that are like getting into the streaming world. So do you have like best 3 tips you could give for someone trying to network?
Oh God, there's just so many. When it comes to networking, people seem to go and stray in the wrong ways. And what I mean by that is they think that, you know, a lot of people think that they can just come on, jump on the stream, and they're going to get 100 viewers immediately. And they get pissed off at themselves that they don't, you know, they're sitting at 0 or 1 view or whatever for a long time. And we always bring up the fact that it's a networking thing. So networking is, it's not getting your name out there. It's literally just creating genuine relationships with people. Not in hopes that they'll come to you, but just to create that connectivity between gamers. So there's a lot of people out there that just do, you know, lurk for lurk, follow for follow, sub for sub. Like none of that shit works, man. It might work to help you get affiliate, but there's a lot of people out there now that are like, oh, follow for follow, you know, I'll follow you, you follow me, and then they'll unfollow you.
Yep.
You know, and that shit happens a lot, and they think it's gonna work. But what they're doing is, yeah, you may have like you may have, 3,000 followers, but if you're only streaming to 2 people, those aren't real followers.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't mean anything. Followers mean nothing. I mean, let me rephrase that. So, and put it into context. The amount of followers you have means nothing. If you have 50 followers and you have 50 people in chat, that's 50 people that genuinely just want to be there to support you and like what you do and what you put out.
Yeah, they really enjoy that content.
Correct. So networking would be, yes, join a community with the expectation of meeting new people and creating friends, other than putting in your mind that there's this blind, oh, I'm a part of this community, everybody's going to support me now. And a lot of people that are new to communities come in. We used to see it all the time in the other community that I was in, where people would come in, they'd be there for like 2 weeks, they'd jump around to people's streams, blah, blah, blah. And they were getting pissed off that they weren't getting the same reaction back.
Yep.
And instead of reaching out to somebody who is bigger in the community and asking them, hey, what can I do better? Can you just could you mind coming to check out my stream? Give me some tips, it's something like that. But there's a lot of people that go, oh, hey, you should come check out my stream. You should be at my stream. It's like, I understand you want people to come and show up, but you got to offer people, because you got to treat Twitch like it's cable TV, right?
Yeah.
There's a million channels out there, and you have to be able to stand out above other people in order to keep people entertained, to still want to look at you playing a video game. Because at any time they can just be like, this is boring, and just click to the next channel. Let's see what else is on. So
I think that's the best advice that I've heard, is when I started talking to you again, we started talking about this whole streaming thing and going from there. It wasn't, hey, I'm gonna start streaming and I'm pretty positive I'm gonna average 75 and make partner within the first 3 weeks. It was, let me go see what Tony's doing. Let me go see what, X, Y, and Z are doing, so that I can try to figure out how to make myself look more professional. Because you don't want to have something that doesn't. Nobody wants to do this and not look somewhat professional.
Yeah.
You don't want to look like you're an idiot.
This is one of those businesses, and I call it a business because it really is, in a way.
Oh, absolutely.
We have fun doing it. We love playing video games. We love connecting with people. We love, playing with our friends. But in the end, it really comes down to being a business, where you have to promote yourself. You have to network yourself out there. If you want to get bigger, you gotta. The other thing too, another one of the tips that I would give is reach out to other social media platforms. A lot of people don't like it, but TikTok has become huge.
It's giant.
TikTok has become so big, and I've seen so many people come into TikTok with a couple hundred followers on TikTok and blow up to a couple 100,000, and now they're partners on Twitch because they've merged their stream into TikTok and Instagram. And Twitter's kind of a hit or miss. Twitter's more of a dumpster fire than anything. It's more along the lines of just posting when you're live and connecting with other people who are posting and stuff like that. But definitely get into other social media platforms, TikTok being one of the bigger ones, because you can be interactive with people by putting your content out there.
So it's another way in my chat mentioned TikTok.
What was that?
I said someone in my chat mentioned TikTok and how much it's kind of blown up and what it's done for streamers in general.
It really has.
You don't even have to post anything ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I took a Tarkov clip where I was super toxic after I killed a guy and just yelled at and said suck my asshole, and it was just I have 7 followers on TikTok and I got 2,000 views on it.
It's ridiculous. You don't even have to, granted, post good content to TikTok if you're gonna do it, but you could post some shitbag TikTok and you're still gonna get followers off of it, because there's 3 to 10 people in the world that might find it funny.
Agreed.
That's funny.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Join communities, create relationships, not expecting people to come to you But I mean, like if you got into streaming for any other reason than creating friendships and genuinely like watching, like TV, like genuinely like watching people and supporting people, then you're in the wrong place and you're not really gonna grow as big as you think you're gonna. Like I remember Bruno.
Oh, go ahead.
No, sorry. So I remember like you were texting me back and forth when you were getting into this and you were asking me a bunch of questions, and that's what you like. I think you hit me up on Facebook first, right?
Yeah, Facebook.
And yeah, because you were just about thinking about getting into it. You were asking me a bunch of stuff. Like you were dropping by the stream, seeing how it does, and like that's the other thing too. So if you're a genuine person and you're in these people's streams, that's how you meet new people too. Because when you are interactive and genuine with the streamer 9 times out of 10 like will bring you into their community wholeheartedly and introduce you to everyone else. So, and I think that's what I did for you is where you came in and I just like, hey, come into this community, get to know these people, blah, 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 this and that. And now you know all these great people that I know, and you just branch out from that. So this one great person that I knew that I introduced you to now introduces you to another great person. And that's the networking that really needs to take place and people need to grasp instead of the whole, follow me, be my 50th follower. Like I understand affiliates tough to get to now, but you need to get on other social media platforms and really create genuine friendships in order to grow in this business nowadays.
And
those organic relationships are what really keep you going, because the thing that I've saw, and I know all of you guys saw when we were pushing for affiliate, was like, you could get those pity views where people would be like, I'll help you out. But it's after you get affiliate and you start going into the next phase of streaming where it's like you really see who's there for you and for your content, and that's where those organic relationships really show up. Oh, look at that! There's a magic beer arm. But yeah, that's when you really see who's there for you and for your content, and it wasn't just like the help me get affiliate type deal.
What I wanted to say to go to that was like, to form those relationships, I want people to understand, like, I genuinely feel bad. And like, Tony, I've texted you at least 50 times in the last year being like, dude, I'm sorry I haven't been around as much. Like, those are the relationships you should try to form, where you feel bad because you're at work too much and you can't get into someone's stream. Like, they change their times. Like, we have another friend, I can't make his streams as much. I feel horrible that I can't, because I want to support them because they've supported me throughout this whole journey. And it's not because they've supported me that I want to show that support. It's because I consider him a friend. I invited him to my wedding. You know what I mean? Like, it's not... I invited someone that you introduced me to that I knew for about a year and a half to my wedding because I thought he was that good of a friend.
The guy that starts a stream at 9 a.m. and doesn't call you back? Oh, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I've been still waiting on his phone call for the past week and a half now, so...
But I think that's how me and Tony's relationship has transformed. Is I rarely can make it to Tony's stream, and Tony can sometimes make it to mine, but we still talk to each other regularly. We Snapchat a lot. That's about the extent of it. But mine and Tony's relationship has been a roller coaster throughout the years. It was hilarious.
I was going to mention that, but I didn't want to bring it up.
No. I mean, we won't go into it, but that was a wild ride, and now
I'll be honest, I hated your guts. I hated your guts, Blurry.
We all did.
A lot of people hated my guts.
And now the table's flipped.
Well.
Complete opposite side of the spectrum.
But that was a wild little bit of time there, and everything sifted out, and this is where we're at. I wouldn't have it any other way. Like, all of the crap made it crazy, made streams crazy. It made it entertaining, crazy. Just like, I wish I would have been doing YouTube then, because I would just have all these clickbaity bullshit videos from it that I could just make tons of views out of. But no, it all turned out, and then I end up getting you two guys fantastic friends out of it. So I wouldn't trade it in for anything.
Yeah, me neither. And touch on what you were saying, Bruno, as well, about the feeling bad part. Like I constantly put things in Discord, on Twitter, about like how I feel bad because like now that I switched my schedule, now I'm working 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. and stream from the times that I do now. I can't make the later person streams that I was able to do when I was working overnights. So everything just fucking flip-flopped and everything. And it makes me feel so bad because there's so many great people that I support, that I still continue to support with lurks. Like I pull tabs up for people before I go to bed, but there's still people that like I want to support that go live after I get in bed. So it's like, and like Blurry's one of them. Like, so it's like, it's tough now, man. And it's upsetting because like you said, there's so many great people and it makes you feel terrible, like you're not doing as much as you can. Like, oh, if I just stayed up an hour later, I could have like supported this person that I really wanted to support. But you can't. You gotta live your own life too, because in reality, for all of us, for most of us at least, this isn't our only job. This is a part-time. We're gonna have fun when we're on there, but when we get off, it's back to real life, and it's back to that 9 to 5, 40+ hour a week job. That's gonna support us and our family. So
and buy all the dumb shit for the stream that we do. There you go, chat. You're welcome.
That.
It's
all for you guys.
It's for you guys. Damn it.
You think this is for me? You think I have a Zoom cam for me? That's for you, dicks.
You think I bought this Logitech G Pro wireless for me? No, it's for you.
You think I bought this wireless mouse for me? No.
Do you know how many YouTube videos I had to watch to set up this OBS? Bullshit.
Which I'm glad you said something, because I would like to also mention, obviously this doesn't have to do with you guys, but part of my upcoming streams are going to be OBS and Streamlabs OBS tutorial guides.
Nice.
So like that's something that like I honestly get probably 10 messages a month, which doesn't sound like a lot, but to me it's a lot, where they're like, hey man, I know you stream, let me ask you a question about OBS or Streamlabs or anything like that. Like how do you do alerts? How do you do overlays and stuff like that? I can't figure this out. And I have a pretty good understanding. So I'm going to do probably like a 5-part series on setting up a Streamlabs.
I just call dueling.
Fair.
Yo, Rem, help me out. He's like, all right, hold on. Logs into my Streamlabs. He's like, all right, you're all set. Thanks, bud. I gotta stop putting that guy on the payroll.
I was gonna say, you gotta start paying that guy.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
So we touched on networking. So I guess this is kind of like one of the things I'm most interested about, especially with you, because I'm pretty sure you're gonna have like a different answer than what I would guess probably would be about 80 to 90% of people would say. So how do you measure your success as a streamer? To me, most people would be like, oh, well, my success is I have 100 viewers and I make $2,000 a month doing this. And that's the 80 to 90% that I feel like it is.
I measured my success on the amount of people I can make feel better about themselves and smile and laugh on a day-to-day basis. If I can make just one person in my stream laugh or turn their day around just by making a joke or being the piece of shit I am, that's really my goal. Viewers don't matter to me. The money definitely doesn't matter to me. I'm always yelling at people who give subs and donate bits and all that. I'm always yelling at them to stop. Always. And that's genuine. I really want
yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's it's I just want to make people happy, man. Because I know what it's like to not be happy. I know what it's like to be down on yourself and to have a bad day. We all do.
Yeah.
But if I can turn it off for that 3 or 4 hour stream and I can make someone happy, that's where I measure my success from.
And that's why I wanted to ask, because I knew it was going to be something different than what, like I said, 80 to 90% of people are like, oh, I do it so I can average certain number of certain number of viewers, so that I can make X amount of money, and all that stuff. But again, what you just said, that's I feel is more rewarding than being like, oh, hey, I made $100 this month. I got my Twitch payout.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, how about this?
Yeah.
I made 50 friends this month. And when I say friends, I mean like people who come and like hang out. Like, it always amazed me that like you and the kid who starts at 9 a.m. like remember every detail. They're like, hey, you said you were going somewhere yesterday. How'd that go? Or,
and that's the
hey,
biggest
you said
thing.
your girlfriend was sick last week. Is she feeling better? Like, stuff like that is what I think separates you from the big, I don't want to say like big streamers, but you get what I mean. It's more personal, and I like more personal than I would like, hey, you just subbed to my channel. I also have 65,000 subs like Nick Mertz, where he doesn't give a shit about you. He's just, you know what I mean? It seems more genuine and personal.
And that's the biggest thing for me too, is that like I said, like it's not about the money. It's about, I mean, the money's great. Like let's be honest. We're being honest here. The money, but it's a plus.
It's a plus.
It's not expected. It's not wanted, but it's a plus. But it's not all about that. Like I would, like you said, I like to keep it on a personal level. If I had my really choice, like I really don't want to blow up huge to the point where I'm not able to read chat, because I love being able to read chat. I love being able to be personal with people, and I love remembering everybody who comes in and like, oh, you just followed me yesterday. How you doing? Blah, 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 this and that. I had a girl come into my stream. She was in the hospital, and then that was yesterday. She came in today, and I was able to be like, oh, hey, how you doing? Like, are you still at the hospital? Like, I remember. And like, I think that's one of the other biggest things too, is that when you as a streamer, if you can make the person who is talking to you through chat feel wanted, like they like you want them to be there, and not just make them feel like another number, that's the biggest thing when it comes to streaming.
I think so, that also touches on the other point of networking too, where if you're that personal with somebody, they're gonna be like, hey, you know what, that clicks with me, that he remembered what was going on, so now I'm more likely to tell a friend to, hey, go check out his channel, and then that just creates more and more like doors that just keep opening.
But it can't be fake. You know what I mean?
No.
There's a lot of people that fake a lot of shit, and make you feel like they care when they really don't. Like when I say like, my DMs are always open. They are always open. Like if you need to talk to somebody, DM me. Like I'll get to you as soon as I see it. Like that's the type of person I am, and that's the type of person I like to try and push on to other people. Is when you get a raid from somebody, they can like Heavy says it all the time. You can raid literally anyone else on Twitch. Anyone. The hundreds of thousands of people that are streaming at the time. You could have raided anybody, but you decided to raid me. Like, that's huge. And you need to, and people need to understand that, like, like my profile picture, you guys see it. That is mimicking somebody who got a huge raid from the 9 a.m. guy and pretty much just did what I did. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody left immediately. Like, when you get a huge raid, yo, thank you so much. Like, how was the stream? Blah, blah, blah. Like, everybody has their own little thing that they do. Like, when they get a raid, so it's like, you make them feel genuinely, you genuinely want to make them feel like you care, because you do, not because you're faking it.
Yeah. It's your elevator pitch. You got to have an elevator pitch, and it's got to be genuine. And that's the only way you're going to keep people around.
Yep. And be you. Don't be a different person.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just to throw a number out there, there is 8.55 active streamers on Twitch worldwide. 8.55 million.
8 million.
8 million active streamers on Twitch.
See, that's what I mean. So there's 8 million active people, and somebody new comes and raids you. Like, they could have raided anybody, and they raided you. Like, that's huge.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't just be like, oh, thanks for the raid, appreciate it. Like, granted, that might be your way of like saying thank you, but like, 9 times out of 10, nobody they're gonna be like, oh, okay, this dude wasn't hype at all. Like they didn't appreciate my raid really. Like they said thanks, yeah, but it wasn't. I didn't feel like I was wanted there.
Yep.
Yeah. That amount of streamers, you could literally do the little raid command, headbutt your keyboard, and it would send you to a channel. I mean, like, literally,
it's true.
Yeah.
It's true though.
Yeah. Fucking smack that shit, and I guarantee it'll take you to a channel. You might be watching some weird shit, but you're gonna go in there.
So Blurry, we call this a segue. You ready for this one?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Since we're talking about raids, Tony, let's talk about it. First off, I didn't get a chance to be like, bro, thank you. First off, thank you for the raid. I didn't get a chance to like actually thank you.
Oh, sick. You're welcome. I'm leaving now because that was
ungrateful.
Shit.
Ungrateful.
I'm genuine. I'm a piece of shit. No, but what I wanted to bring up, because I was gonna ask you a question, and I'll follow it up after this. But you got a massive raid at one point in your career.
Ghost Aiden.
Yeah, Ghost Aiden. So since we're talking about raids, like this is the kind of thing that can happen. So we're talking about 8.55 million users worldwide. And at the time, Aiden was what, in the top 10 for Fortnite in the entire world?
Oh God, yeah. Yep.
Easily.
I think he had just won $1 million contest. Probably within the last month of that.
He ended up raiding me with 6,500 people, which was the biggest raid I've ever received ever. And I was pissed drunk. It was bad, dude. I was that was like my drunk stream. So it was like a Friday night. Like I had a keeping a beer counter for me. I think it was like 16 to 18 beers in, and I get this huge raid, literally like the raid of a lifetime, and completely blew it because I was like blacked out. It was bad, but again, like, so I went back to his stream. Oh, here comes everybody.
Oh, good. Yeah. See, your dog does the same thing that mine does. It just busts through the door like a ghost.
No, so I went back to his stream, and he actually went through 3 other people before finding me.
Wow.
Yeah. So like he's like, oh, you know, because we're from the United States, so we mainly speak English. So he went to one guy and he didn't speak English. He's like, you know, I don't want to throw you guys to a Spanish speaking dude because you're not going to understand him. Understandably. So then he went to another guy who didn't really, he was a rager. Like he wasn't nice at all. Went to another guy who barely talked. And then he came to me and he was like, oh, I like this dude's overlays. I like his camera looks really clean. Like, we're going to go to him. Like this, I like his name too. Like all stuff like that. And he ended up raiding me and I just shut down. Like I didn't know what to do with my hands, man. I was like Ricky Bobby and shit. Like I had no idea, bro. Like, and then like I'm trying to read chat because that's what I was doing. And this happened so early in my career of Twitch. Probably I don't even know, about close to a year in maybe. So I was still like technically new, like still learning a lot of shit that I didn't know, and like trying to read chat and like I just see play. I was like, oh, okay. Like I don't, okay, guys, who's gonna fucking play games? You know, like, so it's like I couldn't even read chat. It was just one of those things. Like I've never experienced that in my life where I wasn't. Like I miss a chat every now and then because sometimes it picks up and like you miss some things, but like I couldn't read a fucking single chat. And it was just out of control to the point where I was like, I don't ever want this to happen to me again, in a way. Like in like some sick twisted way. Like I was like, I don't like, how did they do that? Like this is why the bigger streamers just sit and stare at their game and don't like do anything. Like because it's impossible. Yeah. And it makes sense. It's impossible. But like I like being personable with people. I like, you know, you guys could jump into that chat and I wouldn't even know you're fucking there.
Exactly.
You know, like, and I don't like that. Like I like to know like that my friends are there. I like to greet them and appreciate them. And you can't do that as a big streamer. You know, so it's probably one of those things you got to learn. So it's just like, just play the game, talk your shit, talk with people you play with, and just let it go. But that's tough for me.
That kind of like brings it all full circle, and that's kind of why I segued into that, was so that it's if you are going to be a streamer and you do want to pursue some type of streaming, it is definitely a positive aspect for you to be more personal. And I remember when Allie first started streaming, she would actually keep a notepad, and like the new people she would write down. So she'd be like, so that she didn't want to forget or take a chance at forgetting, because you know, if you're not streaming every single day for 10 hours a day, you have a higher chance of forgetting. But if you remember someone 3 days later because you're only streaming twice a week, that means that they're genuinely like being that type of streamer where they're gonna remember everything about you. So like I said, she used to write stuff down, just little stuff, just to jog her memory.
So what I can say about Allie is, so bringing Allie in, like, I'm gonna bring Heavy into it too. Like, the thing that those two people did phenomenally, and what helped them so much, is they thought they wanted to get into streaming, but they weren't streaming as of yet. And they would you would see them everywhere. You know, they'd be in everyone's chat. They'd be making those friendships. You know what I mean? They didn't just jump onto a PC or a console and just say, play, and just see what happens. They were actually in chats. They were talking with people. They joined communities. They were everywhere. So when they actually started streaming, everybody already knew who they were, and they wanted to go and support them because they just saw them everywhere. So that's another thing too, is like, if you ever think about getting into streaming, be in chats, be in communities, and be in streams that you really want to be in, and be genuine. I've been saying genuine a lot, but that's literally all streaming is being as genuine as you can to the people who are supporting you, who don't fucking have to. They don't have to fucking be there. They don't. And that's the biggest thing.
For the first month before I even started streaming, all I did was hang out in chats, because I was more interested. I was like, man, I couldn't do this, blah, blah, blah. I more or less just like sat there on my Xbox, and I would watch it on TV, and I'd have my phone in my hand so I could text and type in the chat. So I was just watching streams, texting on my phone, just, you know, watching your stream, or whenever you weren't on, it was, you know, another streamer. I was big with like TSM Vis, because I like the competitive play. But yeah, that's one of the things I would suggest, is if you guys are gonna go get into streaming, take a little bit of time to make sure that you have, at least this is what I did, take a little bit of time to make sure you already have at least a few connections of like, this is what it's gonna take in order to make these connections. And then you have to add in your stream time. So if it takes you 3 hours a day to go hop around channels and like show support and like make genuine connections, and you're gonna stream 3 hours, you have a 6-hour thing that you have to do. And that's the commitment. It's not, hey, I'm just gonna go and stream and forget about the rest of it. I did my 3 hours of just streaming.
Yep.
And that's even what I do. And that's why I wanted to bring that up too, is because that's all you did. Like even after your streams, you were always like hanging on people's chats when you had the chance.
Yep.
You'd be at work and we'd be like, hey, Tony's on Discord. What's he on Discord for? And you're just like in people's Discord, like talking to them while they're streaming.
Mm-hmm.
Because it doesn't stop.
Yep. No, it doesn't. This is a 24/7, 365 gig, man. You know, and you gotta, if you wanna make it and you wanna grow, you need to be committed to that. You can't just put content out, you know, when you feel like it. It's got to be daily, or, you know, every other day, or just creating content. And the other thing too I wanted to say was that if you start out streaming and you feel like that quote unquote character that you are when you stream, don't be afraid to reinvent yourself.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid, because like I did it, you know, I went from, you know, Op 6 to the Real Fat Tony. I reinvented myself. I made myself into a character, like a cartoon character, and you know, and I got the personality to back it up. And Bruno, you were, you know, Bruno Shaka Zulu, you know, and you reinvented yourself to TR Bruno. You know, you invented the Rush. You know, I didn't invent, but like I created for my community Meal Team 6.
Yep.
You know, the Burger Gang. You know, so like it takes time. You're not, these aren't gonna come to you really quickly. Like, over time, you're going to find out who you are as a streamer, and don't shut it out. Roll with it.
Yeah, and that's the big thing, is you have to be prepared to fail. I mean, like, failure in streaming is not a bad thing. There's nothing wrong with failure because as long as you're learning from that, it's perfectly fine. Because I did the complete opposite of what you two did. I just saw people streaming. I said, that might be fun. And I just fucking closed my eyes and jumped in the deep end. Terrible idea. Don't do that. But, you know, it taught me a lot about how I wanted to stream, what I needed to be doing. And it was just like a 6-month, 8-month process of me figuring that out instead of being like, let me go like connect with people and figure this out. I was like, fuck it, I'll stream. We'll figure it out. So yeah, there's a lot. There's a learning curve to it, but as long as you approach it the right way, it is a easy process. Well, that's definitely some air quotes in there.
It took me a year as Bruno Shakazulu. I was Bruno Shakazulu for a year, and then I transferred out to TR Bruno, and I was just a game streamer. And then nobody, I mean, we all know the game Tarkov. It's a slow game. It's hard for like viewers to get into. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just play that for me. And what I want to do is I want to do a podcast. So I was like, fuck it, I'll do a podcast. And then I reinvented. I mean, I already had the Rush, but I turned it into the Rush Hour. And you have to be willing to adapt and change yourself and grow with how it is. And you can't be scared to bounce, because the worst thing you could do is like pigeonhole yourself and stay in there, because then you're never gonna get out of it. You're never gonna
always be looking
progress.
for bigger ideas and bigger and better things. You know, never. Even if you're looking at like the bigger streamers, they're always changing things. They're always like moving around and doing other things, like whether it's changing games. Like that was one of my biggest things. Is like, and I'm going back on it too. Is like, don't get stuck on one game, unless it's like really, really, really working for you.
Yeah.
You know, if you absolutely love that game, yeah, absolutely play it, push it. You know, because that's what's gonna be you. Like, I'm a first person shooter guy. Like I play a lot of first person shooters. You know, like, and that's what I'm known for is first person shooters. So like, you know, one time I feel like streaming WoW, like, you know, World of Warcraft. You know, and everybody's like, "Oh shit! Like, what's going on here? This isn't the regular content." And
I
those
freaked out when you did WoW.
Nuts. When people do that, they go nuts.
Slower.
Yeah,
those are generally slower. You know, because people didn't follow me for that content.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, but it opens up another door to bring in new people for the new content.
Yep.
You know, if you feel yourself plateauing, switch the game up.
That's what I've always played FPS is just like you have. I try to mix it up every now and then. One of the greatest games that I ever played for like growth was Astroneer. And a lot of people don't know what that game is, but if you like, I would have 5 viewers and I was the second person on the list on Twitch, on all of Twitch. It would be the second person. Yeah, I tried so hard. I was like, this game's so fun, and apparently you just grow off of it. It was insane. So like that's another thing you can check into when you're trying to grow. If you're trying to grow a channel, maybe find a little more niche game, because if you're playing COD and you have 2 viewers, you're so far down the Twitch algorithm that like you're lost in the shuffle. And
that's my big thing.
Yeah,
my big thing is I play big brand name games.
Yep.
So that's the other thing too, is like I try and do things that make me stand out. My name. I wear a friggin' burger hat on my head. You know, so it's like it's you try and invent yourself to separate yourself from the 8 million people that are streaming on Twitch. You know, I'm the loud, hype, funny guy, you know, so it's like there's not like, if you like loud and hype, like that's me. I'm always yelling. So it's, you know, it's, you try and separate yourself from everybody else to keep people entertained.
And I'll give it a Twitch, since we've started, they at least added the least viewers filter. Like when we all started, that was not a thing. You were getting shoved to the bottom and you could sit down there for all they cared.
Yep.
Well, it's funny you mentioned the I guess we'll call them like low tier games, the non AAA titles. So like my highest viewers that I had for like streams, just in terms of stream, you know, viewers, was like Uno, this game called Bomber Grounds Battle Royale, which is a nightmare to play. It's just massively bright game. And then Brawlhalla. Like no one watched those, but like 50 people watched me play Uno with 3 of my friends. Like, for what?
Yeah, man. Some people like those like some people like those nice chill games. Then again, it all depends on the night, you know, because like my numbers fluctuate, you know, all the time. So it's like, you know, sometimes they want loud and funny and they want to laugh, and other times they're just like, you know what, I'm gonna throw on, you know, Uno and just watch people chill out, you know, and just have a chill night.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the other thing too, is like the numbers are always gonna fluctuate. So don't be upset when it comes down to viewer average and stuff like that. Just keep doing what you love to do, and people will fall in love with it too.
Yeah, if you're having fun, people are gonna recognize that you're having fun. I mean, that attracts people.
Fun recognizes fun all the time.
Exactly.
So I have another question, then I'm gonna ask you a viewer question, which I know you probably already saw. So like in terms of you in general, what do you feel though has been like a highlight of your streaming career?
I don't even know, just one. A highlight? I don't know. Like hitting goals, you know, having goals, hitting like marks on stream, like in the sense of like you know, being on for almost 3 years. You know, that's a goal, you know, like stuff like that. Other than that, I really don't even know. Like there's really no huge highlight when it comes to me. You know, I've already touched on the fact that like I am who I am. You know, I'm brutally honest. I'm not gonna fucking lie to you. I'm not gonna blow smoke up your ass. You know, and you know, if I think you're being an asshole, I'm gonna tell you you're being an asshole. And people nowadays, people nowadays don't like that most of the time.
No, they fucking hate it.
You know, so that's another thing that holds me back. But I'm not gonna change. I'm not gonna be, you know, Mr. Positivity when when something doesn't deserve positivity. You know, I'm gonna tell you, shut the fuck up. Like if you need to be told that, and whether you come back or not, that's on you. But I'm not gonna lie to you. You know, but as far as you said, highlights, just the highlight of my streaming career is meeting all these great people from all the different ends of the earth, whether it's Australia, the UK, Scotland, you know, all the different states. I probably know people from almost every state in the US for the most part, you know, and then you go over to like England and all like everywhere. It's crazy. Like that's probably the biggest highlight, is just being able to meet all these great people around the world that you never in a lifetime would ever get to meet outside of this.
No, that's kind of the answer I was looking for, because a lot of people, I guarantee when a lot of people, like if they listen to this, they're gonna be like, oh, he's probably gonna say like, oh, getting, you know, the Aiden raid, or you know, making X amount of money this month. Like again, that's what a lot of people feel like Twitch is. So the fact that I knew you were going to give me the answer that I was more or less looking for, which was the relationships and the friendships that you built from this. But you also said,
those are the things that are going to last a lifetime. The money could be gone tomorrow. You know, the stream could be gone tomorrow, but the friendships I've made are going to last a lifetime. And, you know, I'm never going to stop talking to these people. So, you know, that's got to be the biggest highlight. I mean, the Aiden raid was phenomenal. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I wouldn't classify that as a highlight. I mean, it was definitely a highlight in the sense of like a goal. You know, like streaming to the most people I'll ever probably stream to in my lifetime.
Oh, it's like a growth highlight. Like
yeah. I mean, that's definitely a growth. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Highlight. But yeah, no, more along the lines of the relationships I've created and the friendships I've made is definitely the biggest highlight when it comes to streaming to the world.
So you also brought up about kind of just calling how you see it and like being who you are as a person. So like that kind of goes along with the question that Heavy asked, and which is any advice on a rebrand. So like the first thing I'll say is don't try to rebrand yourself into something that you're not. So don't like create a fake personality where like if you're like a monotone person and you just kind of like chill, don't try to be like that. Don't try to be like Tony, who's a loud, energetic, you know, over the top.
I feel personally attacked.
Look, I didn't say it was you, but since you're talking about it, it's definitely you. No, just don't be something that you're not. Don't try because the last thing you want to do is say you start streaming and you make up a personality and you start like, I don't want to say like you start like getting big, but say you're all of a sudden averaging 1,000 people. You have to put on this fake persona every single day for 10 hours a day. At some point, you're just going to lose yourself. So the last thing you want to do is just be something totally full of shit.
Yeah,
exactly. And to go off of that, you know, if you're having a bad day, just take a break. You know, if you like, I can't tell you how many times like I've had a bad day and I've come on to stream and it's just everybody noticed.
Yep.
Because I'm not who I normally am.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, take a break, take a mental health day, you know, just relax, go support the people that you enjoy watching and make it a support day instead of trying to force something that's probably just going to upset you more in the long run.
Yeah, it just brings everybody down too in the process where like people are like, I don't really know if I want to come back there. It was pretty, you know, bummed out.
Yeah, exactly. And you don't know how many new people that you had in the stream that you didn't know were there because you were just too busy gaming and whatnot. Yeah. And, you know, they're just like in potential new followers and new friends that that you missed out on because you were just having a bad day, which it's not a bad thing to have a bad day. I want to make that clear. Like it's everybody has a bad day, you know, but take care of yourself before you try and take care of a stream, because it's just volatile at that point.
Yep.
You know, something's gonna happen, something's gonna blow up. You're gonna blow up on the wrong person, meaning, you know, somebody you didn't mean to blow up on, like who's a friend who's then, you know, now you're not friends anymore because you decided to blow up because you were bottling something up.
Yep.
You know, or like, you know, if gaming is where you get away from, just game. You know, there's nothing wrong with just gaming and jumping with friends and having a good time and just forgetting about real life for a second.
That's definitely where my days off tend to go to, is I'll still game. I love gaming. I'll never not like gaming, but I'll just do it offline, away from, you know, chat and everything, and just enjoy it. The other way you can have a better day too, Tony, is if you turn off COD. You know, just step away.
I can tell you that if he turns off COD and turns on Tarkov, it's not going to be a better day.
No, don't do that either.
No.
I
could turn off COD and turn Valorant back on for the friggin'...
No, that's just so much
worse. Everything is just bad.
Yeah.
You know what? God. Fuck it. I'm going back to Fortnite. I'll see you guys later.
I will say, as stupid as it may be, Fortnite's like the only game that I can go play, and I just know that 97% of the player base is just gonna be better than me, so I can just go in and have fun.
Yeah.
And I don't have to worry about like getting pissed off and just be like, oh, he fucking killed me, whatever. But like if I'm on Tarkov, I'm like, dude, there's no fucking way. But it's just one of those.
That's when I go to Minecraft and tell everybody to fuck off. Leave me the fuck alone. I'm gonna build a tower, damn it.
I'm gonna build a dick, and this is my dick.
That's Homer Simpson, and that's a penis, and you can't do anything about it.
Well, look, I've reached the end of my questionnaire. So, Blurry, do you have anything else?
I just have one for you, Tony.
Oh God, I don't want to hear it. I'm muting.
How fat do I need to become to be the real fat Blurry?
What do you weigh now? About 180, 200?
220.
220, about another 80 pounds, you'd be all set.
Okay, yeah, I'm not going to do that, but I said I had a question for you.
Jesus, the real fat Blurry. That'd be fucking hilarious.
That's my new alt account. You'll never see it coming.
I'm going to have to go trademark my name now and just sue the shit out of you.
Just trademark anything that begins with
I'm taking that beard.
How dare you?
I'm suing you for the beard that I can't grow.
I'm going to take that goatee from you then.
I was going to say, I couldn't imagine. Then again, we have all 3 stages of facial growth. I'm just going to point that out. You have clean shaven, you have Tony with a goatee, and you have Blurry with a full beard. So at least you're getting everything here.
Oh, I was going to say adolescent, high school, and then man.
And I hope you stub your toes when you stand up.
Here we go.
Now, see, if Tony had a chin strap, then that would be high school.
Bro, let's go back to college real quick.
Don't. I was gonna say I can pull up a photo right now. Don't do the chin strap. His wife puts him on blast all the time with photos.
In college.
Dude, I went from high school having a chin strap to college having a chin strap with the goatee.
Oh god, I was hoping you were gonna say you had the neck beard with the chin strap.
Dude, no. this stuff don't grow that big.
You want some of it? You can take this. This would be fine. I don't want it.
The natural progression of Tony. Look, man, I don't want to. I know. I was like, yeah, I'll only keep you for like 30 minutes. It's been like an hour.
Yeah, you kept talking. It was fucking obnoxious.
You know,
that's
what I do, man. I'm a talker.
Doesn't shut the fuck up.
I'm a talker, man. I don't know what to tell you. I've learned over the years to talk to empty ears. You know.
Yeah.
Well, one of the two people in here outside of you is definitely empty between the ears.
Yes.
No. So you're doing a great job. Oh, see, because it's different. That sucks.
Yeah, see, I gotta look at the stream now. I'm waiting on the delay. I think you were pointing at me, though.
He wasn't pointing at anybody.
I was pointing at Discord. This guy.
Point that way. For anyone listening, is pointing at Blurry. No, kid, I appreciate you for being on here. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
No problem.
I know I kind of like bombarded you last minute. I was like, hey, man, do you want to be on? I mean,
you've kept me for my dinner, and I'm fat, so
I'm a piece of shit.
He's getting mad. You can see it in his eyes. A lot of hate in those eyes right now.
Woof. Well, look, dude, I'm not gonna keep you any longer. I hope you had a good stream. Now that I have a chance to actually say that.
Yeah, it was pretty great, man.
I'm glad you guys caught a dub at the end.
Yeah, for almost 5 hours in, took that long to get one dub.
Thank God.
It's fine,
for easy.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's typical gameplay. It's fine.
Just gonna get out of here and go fuck myself anyway because of that. I'm just gonna think about it all night, mate. Piece of shit, one fucking but
you're such a fucking trash can. What the fuck?
I spent 2 hours grinding out this Ram 7 for it to suck.
He's gonna put himself to bed with no supper for playing terribly. That's his punishment.
Yeah, okay.
I go to bed with no dinner.
You get nothing. Play better tomorrow.
I hope Mrs. Fat Tony's listening. She's like, yeah, I already fucking threw shit out.
Yeah, right.
Fucking bum.
Yeah. I saw that miss snipe. You get nothing.
You get 3 cheese crackers, bitch.
Nothing.
That's true.
Well, all right, man. I appreciate you. Before you get out of here, where can people find you on socials?
Oh God, it's all over the place. The Real Fat Tony on Twitch. It's Fat Tony on Twitter. Real Fat Tony on Instagram. And the Real Fat Tony on TikTok. It's all over the place because everybody decided to take the Real Fat Tony on every other platform.
If I was smart, I would have like extorted you. I would have taken them all and been like, dude, I'll give them back to you for $15 a piece.
Dude, that's better than the fucking $5,000 offer I had to get the Real Fat Tony from some guy on Instagram.
Wow.
Holy shit.
He's like, yeah, you could have it. College classes are gonna cost me $5,000 this year. If you give me that, I'll give you the handle. I was like, yeah, you can blow me.
Yeah, how about
you can off for that.
You can keep the. I'm gonna keep Real Fat Tony. Thank you.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. If you have not checked out his socials, guys, check him out. His TikTok is hilarious, and you always get the occasional funny tweet out of him. There's some good ones around there.
There's some good
ones. You never know if you can be subtweeted by the Real Fat Tony. You never know what might happen. There's some shit that can go down. It's hilarious.
I will say your content definitely is top notch. And a personal shout out from Heavy. He wants me to shout out the Real Fat Tony. So Heavy always
shout it from the rooftops, bro.
Dude. Well, all right, man. I hope you have a great rest of the night and I hope you have a good weekend. I know it's only Thursday, but anyone who hears this can hear it tomorrow. So,
all right, guys, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Have a good night.
I love you, buddy.
Bye.
See ya, bud. There you go. Another fantastic guest. Dude. I mean, it's Tony. We knew he was going to be great. So,
of course.
Yeah. So, so what else you got going on, man? What's been happening?
Well, Allie and I have both been well, Allie's definitely been a lot more sick than I have.
Yeah.
I was sick for a couple days. Still not feeling 100%, but she's definitely nowhere near 100%. But other than that, we've just been kind of just sitting around. I think we're on season 5 of Friends now.
Oh wow, you're rewatching Friends. I think if I watch another episode of that, I might puke.
Yep, rewatched
I've watched
Friends.
way too much of it.
And then we also watched the first season of The Punisher.
Okay, I haven't watched that yet.
Dude.
I am in the middle of. I finally, and I know you know this, but just so the podcast knows, I finally purchased the entire set of Dragon Ball Z, and it has been taking up so much of my time when I get off work.
Dude, it is such a good fucking series, though.
I've watched so much of it, and I'm not even through like the first season. Like I feel like a bum, but I'm like, there's like 500 episodes a season that feels like just keep watching it. The marathon feature, greatest thing ever. Worst and greatest thing ever, because I'll sit there and I'll be late to a stream because I'm like, I need to see this part. Yeah, it's terrible. Well, I'll be the first to say it on the podcast because Bruno forgot. Happy birthday, Allie, even though you were sick. Hope you had a good birthday, minus,
oh, that's right.
all the sickness.
I don't have command set up on this because it's OBS.
Oh no.
That's okay though, because it's not.
Yeah.
It's just a podcast one, so it's not meant for.
Yeah. Right.
I'm gonna have all of this stuff linked anyway in the Spotify description.
Perfect.
But what's been up with you? How's your week been?
Terrible. I've had like a lot of people that I had to send home for COVID. I was potentially exposed. I'm waiting on the test for the person that might have exposed me, which is gonna happen. It happened today. The test happened today, and if I was exposed, then I have to sit out of work, which I don't particularly want to do.
No.
Like, I mean, most people are like, yeah, you're out of work, but no, it's not that fun. I mean, I'll be streaming if that happens. So
yeah.
All right. Yeah. But yeah, I don't really want to do that, to be honest. And on top of that, I haven't even announced this yet. So this could be a Rush Hour exclusive.
Hold on. Let me turn the music off. What's
What
this?
So you know about it because you've been invited. I'm going to be creating a Minecraft server for content creators. It's already created. We started building it last night on stream. I'm just going to leave it at that. I've created a Minecraft server for just pure, beautiful content of any and every kind. And we're going to just see where that takes us. I'm hoping it takes us to some really cool places. So I'm looking forward to that. Allie's invited, Bruno's invited, and I have a whole list of other streamers as well that you would know throughout our communities that are going to be involved with it as well. So I'm very, very excited for that.
Dude, I'm pumped for that. I got to get it on both of our computers.
Yeah.
So that we can get that done, because that'll be fun. That'll be something that she'll definitely want to do.
Yeah. And like Botch said, I was raging at mobs while trying to build the server because I was like, I can do it on creative, but that wouldn't be as funny. I'm getting like clapped by zombies while I'm trying to build a house.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So,
well,
I think it's gonna be fun.
You know, we have to get into the segment now, right? Because we're gonna be running out of time here soon, right?
Yep, it's that time.
It's time for Blurry Doesn't Know.
I wish I wouldn't have said anything earlier when you pulled it up and I could see your screen.
Don't worry, I changed a bunch of it. So you lose taste buds on a flight. Okay. You lose a percentage of your taste buds. What is the percentage?
0.00387%.
All right, guys, podcast is over. He's not taking this any bit serious. So,
oh wait, is it like a legitimate percentage?
It's like a legitimate percentage.
Like over 1.
Yeah, like it's over 1.
Oh, see, I was definitely thinking like it was that was a legitimate answer. I was thinking a very small amount.
No, it's a legit. No, it's like a legitimate number.
Is it permanent?
No.
I mean, that has to do with the gas, but 18%.
Kind of close. It's 30.
Oh my god.
It is exactly 30%. So they say that this is why airplane food tastes so bad. The elevation in an airplane can have a detrimental effect on your body with taste buds. According to 2010 German Fraunhofer Institute, the dryness experienced at high elevation as well as low pressure reduces the sensitivity of a person's taste buds to sweet and salty foods. The dry cabin air and smell also have a negative effect on your taste buds.
I call bullshit, and they're just serving you really bad food. And they're like, "Hey, let's do a study for this crap we're serving them." They're serving you a graham cracker that looks like a piece of steak.
Bro, it's a big airplane, that's all. I'm gonna give you another one.
Okay.
Something you may or may not know, and it's not a question; it's just an actual fact.
Oh, okay.
And the fact is, did you know that your nostrils only work one at a time?
That's gonna fuck with me for the rest of my life. I'm just gonna be thinking about that. No, I didn't. But thank you. You just ruined my life for me. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Apparently, it switches every several hours.
What?
It says when we breathe in and out of our nose during the day, one nostril does most of the work at a time, with the duty switching every several hours. This nasal cycle is dictated by the same nervous system that regulates heart rate and digestion.
I hate you so much. I didn't need to know that.
You're welcome. Totally fucked your whole day up.
That's what a terrible thing to now know. No, that's terrible. I could have gone my whole life and not known that and been perfectly fine. Now I'm gonna be breathing and just be like, I wonder which nostril it is.
Look, like, officially, the last question I'll ask you. This is a numbered one.
Okay.
A chef's hat.
Okay.
A big white one.
Yeah.
How many folds do they have?
How many folds, like on top?
Yeah, so like you have like the rim, and then above it there's like a bunch of little folds that go around.
Yeah, you got the little accordion looking.
Yep. How many folds? And it's an exact number. I'll give you that.
Okay. That's probably that high. 10 to 12, not 10 to 12, but 8 to 10 inches high. Probably like a inch fold. I'm gonna go with 47.
Double it.
Wow.
It's actually 100.
100 folds.
100 folds.
That's impressive.
I'm actually really shocked to find that out.
Yeah.
I would have put it at like 30.
Yeah. I mean, I was right. I was like, it's got to be like 50 or something. Like, ow, 100 folds.
Yeah, I got to start remembering to actually look these up before we start the podcast and like get like a base of like really friggin' good ones, because that one's actually kind of lame, but at the same time, like I never would have known. But I do think the nostril one is definitely like a complete life changer, and it's gonna fuck me up.
Life ruiner, yes, yeah. Yes, life ruiner. That's a nightmare. And everyone that listens to this, you're just fucking them up right now.
Shit.
What are you watching on your other screen? Like some Wii tennis or something? I can see it reflecting off of your PC.
Yeah, so it's Pat McAfee. He's in the Oculus arena. And he's playing he's playing table tennis against another member of his podcast team, Evan Foxy.
Oh, I love them. That dog. Somebody. That's why the ghost keeps opening my door. There's a black lab busting through it.
Oh, there, now you can just see us. But all right, kid.
Yeah.
We're pretty much hitting our limitations on how long. I think we have like 2 minutes left before we hit the max we can put on Spotify.
All right. Well, here's the sign off, guys. Don't forget to follow us on all our socials. If you need to look for them, we're at twitch.tv/Blurry Flounder and twitch.tv TR Bruno. So don't forget about that, guys. We're on Spotify.
I will say thank you for everyone who stayed and hung out for us talking to Tony. Tony's a real good dude. So definitely go look him up if you're listening on Spotify. Everything is going to be in the bio. So check that out. Give him a follow. Check him out because he's definitely worth checking out. So is this man next to me. He's kind of an asshole, but he's kind of awesome at the same time.
Pretty much.
All right, bud. That's that.
All right.
What's your sign off?
We will see you guys next Thursday.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. 1 week from today.
1 week from today, 7 o'clock start, as always.
Yeah, 7 o'clock start. We'll have a new guest on, as always. And if not, we will pick a topic and we'll talk to you guys and hang out. And don't forget to like all the podcasts and content that you see from this. And we love you guys.
We
Thanks
will
so
be
much.
doing viewer write-in questions to have answered within the next week or so. So remember that.
There you go. Get those questions ready.
All right, boys and girls, as for me, I'm going to sign off. And my new thing that I forgot because I use it for a long time.
Yeah.
Stay weird.
Oh, it's back.
It's back. Stay weird, folks.
Love it. See ya.